Hello everyone, my name is Taras Shevchenko, I'm from Ukraine and I will participate in 2014 Build Along organized by Team Troy from Sugarcreek Forge. He made a similar series of videos, similar event 2 years ago in 2012, and at that time it was about building a fixed blade knife, and I'm sure quite a lot of guys started making knife after watching or participating in that event, or just watching like me after the fact, because I discovered this event when it was already over. I just watched the videos and it was kind of demystifying the knife making for me. So I saw that it can be done with very basic tools. So I made, like 1 year ago, I made a couple of knives just with files and did some propane forge out of some piece of pipe and some cow wool, so for heat treating. And the last August I made myself a grinder 2x72 based on novel grinder plans from USA knife maker. I bought the plans, I made the grinder, and since last August, I more or less consistently make knives as a hobby. I'm a hobby knife maker, but mostly I make fixed blade knives. I did several folding knives, and this is the first one I made. It is friction folder, and it is the type of knife that will be made during this year's Build Along. And actually this one is made based on the plans from Team Troy. Several years back he had a video how to make friction folder, I think it is called, and in the description there was a link for Google Doc file with the plans for the friction folder. So I downloaded, print out, cut out the parts and assembled. I was using the materials that I had available, actually lying around on the shop. So green canvas micarta, 1095 steel with 3/32 stock thickness, and then the backspacer from some piece of G10 I had just lying around. And this top pin is from 3/16 brass rod, and this pivot pin is actually hardware for attaching the removable handle scales to the fixed blade knives, and I bought it from Gents Supply. And the steel was from everything was from Gents Supply. I was buying mostly from them at the time. So this year this will be friction folder year, so I would like to do friction folder based on my own design. And I will participate with my own materials, because in this material package that team sending to everybody, there will be a high carbon steel as a blade steel, and I will use stainless. It will be, I think, either ATS34 or AB, what is called this Swedish one, ABL, I think it is called correctly. And it happens so that I have a YouTube channel, but it is for Russian language YouTube channel, and the other one, so I don't want to mix them, because most of my subscribers, they probably cannot understand English, so I just want to have it separate. And when I first made this knife, I put a video about the making of it. on a YouTube channel, and some guy called me a couple of weeks ago and asked if I can make one more for him, and well, he said that he liked the design but wanted a bit bigger knife. So actually I started to make, like a week and a half ago, I started to make this one before this build along was announced. So actually I was building I'm building for 2 weeks already this friction folder. Actually it is just a scaled up version of this one, and the guy said that, well, he liked the overall shape, but wanted to have something, a bigger knife. So this one is about like the blade length is about like 2 inches something, and this one is closer to 4 inches. It's like 3.75 inches. 8 centimeters, I think, right, the metric equivalent. So this one I made with handle scales out of orange G10, then stainless steel liners, and this vulcanized fiber blue liner, and it is just assembled or like shaped, but not actually glued together, assembled. Everything, the blade is from ABL steel. It is not heat treating, it just rough grinded. Yeah, and backspacer is from G10 as well, the same actually stock that the handle scales are made of, but it is slightly thinner than the blade stock itself, so I will be sending down this one just to match the thickness of the backspacer. So, but it is just a separate project. I will, for the build along, I make a different one. So I just showing that actually I almost already built 2 friction folders, and it happens so that the second one I'm building right now. But for build along, I will make separate one. Yeah, and also I'm making some fixed blades, but I'm selling them. I'm a hobby knife maker, but still I'm selling my knives because materials cost money, and I'm selling them at very moderate prices. So actually I don't have much to show right now, because as soon as I make something, it is already sold. So just as example of my work, this is a paring knife with about slightly over 4 inches blade length, orange G10 handles, just pins, and the blade steel here is ABL from Aldo, the New Jersey Steel Baron, in what is called 70,000 blade stock. It is. Yeah. And this is actually the knife for the same guy who ordered this one. So this is almost finished, just etch the logo, and but he is waiting for completion of this one, so I will send it together, both of them. Yeah, and this is also paring knife. Actually, I do currently 2 types of paring knives. This is type 1, and this is type 2, and this is I just made as a prototype, and just gave away, presented to my friend, and actually he brought it today for me to sharpen it. And this is made from carbon steel from 15 and 20, also from Aldo Bruno, New Jersey Steel Baron, and it is very thin stock. I think it is 52 thousandths of an inch. The smallest stock that he has for 15 and 20. It is quite sharp, and I have I heat treat my own knives myself because, well, I don't have Peters here in Ukraine, and I won't trust our heat treaters, because the steels that I'm using are not really known to them, and they don't know how to make them, how to treat them. So I forced to do my own heat treat, but I think, yeah, it may be some time consuming, but really I think that I understand knife making better when I do my own heat treat, and I understand steels better, I think. Because I have to teach myself how to do that. Well, and also I do some fixed blades, like hunting outdoor type. This one is what is called, it's there was a problem with the scale, because the blade is slightly warped, so it was making in the handle area. So when I attached scale, there was a bit of stress on the scale, and well, it just was not. After the time, it just detached itself from the tank. So it is a rejected blade. It's he treated everything, but the fit and finish is not good. So just I showing it like just to show the model that I use. It is model 2 outdoors knife. This one is 1095. I did several of them in ATS 34 as well. This is again unfinished one. It is called, I call it model 3. It is like a one cleave with concave, what is called in English, I forgot. A concave grind. This is a flat grind, but I think it is slightly convex because of the flat platen I used. And also I make some Santoku blade type knives. This one is not finished, just the handles just attached. And it will be, it is glued and attached, and it will be sanded. I make my kitchen knives from ABL. I heat treat it, and tell you frankly, I have not yet dialed the heat treat to the level I think this steel deserve, because right now I do it at about like 60, 61 most, and 62, 63 I think would be much better for this type of steel. Most of them right now it's like 60, hardness of 60. I think this one is like this. So that mostly what I make, and also I have one more project right now. You can see this blade from Spyderco Tenacious, and this is a factory blade, and it is made in HCR13 MOV steel. And Tenacious is overall a good knife, excellent knife, but quite a lot of guys here in Ukraine, in Russia, and I suspect everywhere in the world would like to have some other blade steel for this knife. And actually I right now have a project in the work, so I'm making the replacement blades for the Tenacious out of ATS 34. So there are several of them, like how many? 3, 5, 7, 9 in different state of completion. None of them is yet heat treated. This one is, I mean, it has the log face made and also the detent ball made already. The hole for the detent ball made already. The rest are just, you know, some of them rough ground, some of them not. Just some of them just shaped and drilled. So this is the project I'm mostly the most time I spend with right now, because I think this is a good project to teach myself how to make folders. Because the most challenging part of the line lock or lock or frame lock is the detent placement and the lock face. Well, from my point of view, maybe there is some other. So that's who I am. That's what I'm doing now, and I hope that you will enjoy my videos when I show them about when I will be participating in this build along. Yeah, my English a bit rusty. I am apologize about that. So hope well, it will be, my videos will be of interest to you. Thank you and goodbye.